Hello everybody and welcome to my channel, Caitlyn Rose Does. I'm Caitlyn and today we are going to do the look that I am wearing right now. It's more of a sultry, darker look. We are using this Morphe 25A palette to do this look, and I did see on their Instagram they are going to be restocking this palette and I'm really enjoying it, so you should think about picking it up. Let's get started on the look. To start off this look, we are going to start by priming our face. I am going to use the Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer. You use whatever is going to work best for your skin type though. I have some larger pores, so I'm going to use this to fill them in. Now we are going to apply foundation. The foundation I'm using today is by e.l.f. in the shade Sand. I have only used this once before, and then I also put it on my sister and she liked it, and the first time I used it I really liked it too. I'm going to apply the foundation using my Real Techniques Kabuki brush. Now that we are done with our foundation, we are going to use concealer. I have the Maybelline Age Rewind concealer in the shade Light. Now I'm going to take my dampened sponge by Real Techniques and blend out all of the concealer. Now that my concealer is all blended out, I'm going to set my under eyes using this Flower Beauty powder in the shade Translucent. You have to be careful when using this powder because it is a loose powder and it will get everywhere if you're not careful. Dipped my sponge in there. Just going to stamp it under my under eyes. We're going to do a little baking. I feel like this, aside from being really powdery, it smells like powdered sugar to me. I feel like I'm just putting powdered sugar on my under eyes right now. Then we're going to set the whole face using my Rimmel Stay Matte powder in the shade Natural. Take this fluffy brush by Eco Tools, just set the rest. Now that we are done with that, I'm going to fill in my brows quickly. I like to start by brushing through them and then just starting to color them in. I am now going to set my brows using the Rimmel Brow This Way Clear Gel. Now we are going to move on to the eyes. I am going to use this Ulta Beauty Tinted Eye Primer in Champagne. I have not used this yet, so I'm a bit nervous to do it on camera in case it doesn't work, but worst case scenario, I'm just going to go wipe it off and we'll start all over. This was a platinum perk. So it was a free gift from them for being platinum. So far so good, no complaints on it yet. My cat's getting into trouble over there. Lippie! Guess she doesn't want to film with us today. Now we are going to go into the Morphe palette in the shade 25A. To set the eye primer, we are going to use this shade right here. I'm just going to use a flat shader brush for this. Now I'm going to take my Morphe brush, the M441, and I'm going to pick up this shade right here and mix it with this shade, and we are going to start to use that as our transition shade. Now we are going to use this shade right here. I'm going to pick that up on my brush, and I'm going to start blending this into the crease. I am going to pick up a little bit more and start to put it on the outer edge of the eye and then also a bit in the inner to create a sort of halo effect. Now we are going to take the shade below it in the palette, and we're going to go over what we just did with that shade. Now we are going to go over that once more using this shade right here. Now I'm going to take my e.l.f. blending brush. It's a little bit smaller and more precise. We are just going to deepen part of the eye using this shade right here. Now I'm going to go and take this e.l.f. crease brush and just sort of make sure everything's blended out. We are going to take this shade right here and we're going to put that in the center of the eyelid. I'm going to take it on a flat brush, get some of the eyeshadow on that brush, and then to intensen it, we are going to spray it down with some MAC Fix Plus. Now we're going to pack it into the center of the eyelid. I'm going to take a Wet n Wild crease brush again and then just sort of sweep it back and forth to blend it out a bit. Now that we are done with that, I'm going to take this Eco Tools brush. I am not sure what it's called, of course. And we are going to take the matte black shade in the palette, which is right here. And we're gonna put that on the upper lid really close to the lash line to just sort of smoke it a bit. By using a matte black eyeshadow instead of a eyeliner, we are deepening up the look but not making it too dark and too precise. Now that we're done with that, we are going to move on to the lower lash line. I'm going to apologize. My camera quit on me and I did not realize it, so I went ahead and did some makeup. But I'm going to tell you what I did so you can achieve this look. First, what I did was I took this flat definer brush by Morphe. It's the M432. And I took this shade from the palette. And I buffed that all along my lower lash line, and then I took this matte black right here and I focused that on the outer part of the lower lash line just to deepen it up and open up the eyes a bit. After that, I took this MAC eyeshadow in the shade Nylon and I took it on this Morphe F48 brush and put this on the brow bone. And then I took a little brush and I put Nylon in my inner corner. After that, I went in with my Best Lash Extreme Volumizing Mascara by Jordana and added some eyelashes. They are the Ardel Glamour eyelashes. I put them on using the Duo Eyelash Adhesive Glue. I brushed off the powder that was sitting below my eyes, and now we are going to move on to bronzing and contouring a bit. I'm going to take this e.l.f. palette in the shade Bronzed Pink Beige, and I'm going to grab the bronzer shade with a small stipple brush. I'm using the e.l.f. small stipple brush, and I'm just going to grab product and start to contour with this. I'm gonna take it down the nose carefully. What helps doing that with the small stipple brush is to pinch the bristles together. Then I'm gonna take it on my forehead. Now that I'm done with this, I'm going to take my NYX Matte Bronzer. This is in the shade Medium, and I'm going to grab my Real Techniques powder brush and use this to more bronze up the face rather than contour. Just tap off the extra. This bronzer I've had for actually a really long time, long enough to hit pan, which I feel is always a big accomplishment. I am going to bring the bronzer down my neck so then my neck is the same shade as my face. Just a little tip. Last but not least, I'm going to do my forehead. Now I'm taking my e.l.f. blush palette And I am going to mix together these two shades right here. This is going to make it a nude blush, but with a sort of pop to it. I'm going to grab my Real Techniques blush brush, tap off the extra. Now I'm going to take this Sonia Kashuk stippling brush and just kind of blend my contour and my blush and bronzer together. Now I'm going to grab this new Essence Light Up Your Face Luminizer palette. I played with this a few days ago. I am going to mix together these two shades. This one over here is pretty natural, but I want it to be a little bit more va-va-voom than natural today. I'm going to take this Real Techniques setting brush and I'm just gonna mix them together. And I'm gonna start by popping this on the cheekbones. I am going to put this on most of the high points on my face, starting with the bridge of the nose. And then I'm going to bring my finger in and do the tip, the Cupid's bow, and the chin. Now I am going to grab my MAC Fix Plus and just spray down my entire face. I think that's one of my favorite parts. It just feels so good. And MAC Fix Plus I think smells great as well. I'm going to use this Rimmel lip liner in the shade 049 Natural. And I'm going to use this to line my lips, of course. Now I'm going to use this Colourpop Lippie stick in the shade Cookie. Well, that is the finished look, and thank you guys so much for watching. You can check out some of my other videos, and I will be uploading another video soon. Thanks so much. Feel free to subscribe too. Bye!